How's it going, my friends? My name is Forge and welcome to a brand new video. And today is a very exciting day because we have ourselves the 20w06a Snapshot, otherwise known as the first Nether update snapshot. And I tell you what, I've been waiting for the snapshot for a very long time. Whenever it comes to the Nether has always been a very boring place. When you go there, you can go ahead and find yourself a bunch of gas, you can get brewing supplies, and then you can get some nether quartz, but you know what? That's actually about it. But now that the Nether update is coming, all of that is about to change. The Nether is going to be a completely unrecognizable place, and with the snapshot, we have ourselves a bunch of brand new features, even a new kind of ore. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Also, there will be a link down below in the description if you do want to find yourself all the change logs and stuff like that. But if you want to go ahead and get access to this snapshot, it's going to be inside your Minecraft Java launcher. There is no beta available for Bedrock yet, but we're going to go ahead and start with some of the smaller changes, and then we're going to work our way to the Nether stuff. So we have ourselves the shipwrecks. So shipwrecks and ruins, they're now a little bit rarer than they were once before. So whenever you're going throughout the ocean, you're no longer going to be finding them as commonly as you used to. So just keep that in mind. So that way you'll be a little bit more excited when you come across the next one. So then for the old Nether biome, which was the Nether that we had before, that's been changed to the Nether Wasteland. So that's going to be the name of that biome type. So then patrols, they no longer spawn when players are near a village, which is a really awesome change. Because whenever you're near a village and then a patrol spawns, it can get very annoying. Because you may not want to end up fighting a patrol at that exact moment. And plus they end up like trying to attack you and stuff like that. So then your soul's knockback resistance is now on a scale. So that's going to be more for players on the technical side. Now also for walls, they no longer have those little gaps that we once had before, and this actually makes the walls feel a little bit more like a wall. Now we actually got ourselves a new command as well, and this is actually a very useful command. It is called locate biome. Now I actually remember that there was a mod that did actually have a command like this. I think it was Biomes of Plenty that actually had a mod like this. So seeing a command like this coming into the game, it just makes things so much easier, because now you can just go ahead and locate the biome that you want, and then you can just go press enter, and then you can teleport to that biome coordinates. I mean, it makes things so much easier. So whenever they introduce like a new biome to the game, then you're going to be able to go ahead and use that command just to go ahead and locate that biome very quickly. And I always found it so frustrating that you may have a mod installed, and you may not want to create up like a buffet world. You may just want to go ahead and load up a normal world, and now you can actually do that. Makes things so much easier. So one of my favorite commands. But now we're going to go ahead and start with the Nether stuff. So beginning with the Netherite. So we have ourselves a new ore, which is called debris, ancient debris. Now this is actually supposed to be the rarest of rarest ores. So whenever you go throughout your world, you might actually have a chance of finding one of these ores. And I think they spawn similar to how emeralds do, which is only one. So whenever you're going throughout the Nether, just go ahead and keep your eye out and you might find these. But anyway, whenever you go ahead and get this, you can go ahead and smelt it down, and you can use a furnace or a blast furnace. It's pretty much up to you on what you want to go and smelt it with. But now that you guys have your Netherite scrap, you need 4 of those, and you need 4 gold ingots in order to get yourself the Netherite ingot. Now the Netherite ingot can also be turned into this really cool block of Netherite, which, you know what, it really does remind me of steel. Whenever you got yourself the ingots, you can also go ahead and turn those into new armor by combining a diamond armor with the iron ingot. So let's say you have yourself a diamond chest plate, you go ahead and combine that with a Netherite ingot, and then that becomes a Netherite chest plate. So let's say I have myself a crafting table. I'm going to go ahead and place this right here, and then I can go ahead and stick this right here. It can be anywhere that you want, just keep that in mind. But now you can make yourself your chest plate. You can also go ahead and do the same thing but with tools, and the tools are the best in the game, better than diamond, and I have been waiting so long for them to introduce something better than diamond. Now they also stated that the enchanting probability is actually a lot better than it actually is for diamond, but it's not as good as gold, so just keep that in mind. But if you go ahead and take a look at the attack damage, you can tell that the attack damage is so much better than how it is for the diamond. One other thing is that if I go ahead and grab this really quickly and I go ahead and toss it down inside of lava, normally it unburns, but watch carefully, keep watching, there we go, they float. Yeah, your other items, they burn, but anything that's made out of Netherite, even the blocks, they're just going to go ahead and float. So let's go ahead and move away from all of the netherite stuff, and let's go ahead and move on to the soul soil. So for the soul soil, this is actually how you're going to get yourself the blue fire. You can go ahead and make yourself a soul fire torch and a new lantern called the soul fire lantern. Now, in order to make the torch, it's actually just like you're making a regular torch, but you just need to add in a soul soil right underneath the recipe. Now, it actually cannot be in any order that you want. It has to be in that order that I showed you in the Bedrock edition. If you have yourself the Education edition on, then you can get yourself blue torches. Now, if they gave off like a blue light, then that would be really awesome. And I really like the lantern as well. Looks really cool. And plus, our souls are blue fire. So as I mentioned, you do need the soul soil in order to get yourself this fire. I go ahead and right click, and now there we go. We got our souls are blue fire. You cannot actually ignite soul sand, so just keep that in mind. And plus, this doesn't slow you down either, but soul sand will slow you down. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the other new block, and it's going to be the basalt. Now also basalt in this block right here, they're going to be found inside the soul sand valley, so I'll just keep that in mind. But for basalt, it's basically just like a pillar block, so you can go ahead and place it in any which way that you want, any direction. Okay, so moving swiftly through, we have ourselves some biome related things. So as you can see, we have ourselves a red type of biome. And a lot of people knew that this was called the Red Netherite Forest. But actually, they did change the name to the Crimson Forest. And I like this quite a bit. I like that name quite a lot. But inside this different biome, you can find yourself some crimson roots. You can find some crimson fungi. Which the crimson fungi, this is actually how you're going to be able to grow these inside of the overworld, inside the nether. Or maybe the end. Wherever you want to grow these is perfectly up to you. But we also got the ability of making new types of wood. So for these stems, you can turn these into planks. Then you can go make yourself the different wooden things like you can for other wood types. So like you make fences, you can make planks, you can go and make stairs, you can make signs, you can make buns, pressure plates. The doors look really awesome. It looks like a very old type of medieval door. We also got ourselves a trap door, which just looks like something that you could probably use maybe like for a vent or something like that, like a vent cover. And then you can also make yourself some gates. And that's pretty much it for that one. But then we have ourselves the stripped variant, which you just have to go ahead and right click this with an X, and then you go ahead and get that. So then also get yourself these vines. Now for the time being, I'm not sure if these actually do like hurt you or anything. Now for the time being, I'm not too sure if these actually do hurt you or not. So you got to go and play around with that one. But we also got ourselves a new type of light called the Shroom Light. I kind of like Glowwort a little bit better. That's the name I came up for it. But you know what? Shroom Light is also a really awesome name as well. So then we have ourselves the blue variant of that biome. And this one is actually going to be called the Warped Forest. So basically you can find yourself these blue netherwort looking blocks, which are actually called Warped Wart Block. It's a bit of a mouthful right there. Warped Wart Block. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have ourselves also the blue variant of the mushroom. So you can go ahead and grow this as well to get yourself these big trees. But you can also go ahead and find yourself some warped roots. You can find yourself some blue looking woods, which is going to be the exact same way as you get yourself the red variants, but it's just going to be with the blue variant. But I really do like this quite a bit as well. I actually have to say that the trapdoor and the regular doors, they actually look a lot more interesting than they actually do over there. Because this one actually has some blue vines going over it. And the trapdoor kind of looks like it has some broken areas inside of there. Really warped out, and I like it quite a bit. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into the nether. And here we are inside of the first biome, which as I mentioned earlier, was called the Crimson Forest. Now the Crimson Forest is going to have these flurries all over the place, and I really like these particles quite a bit. But you can also get yourself like the red fog that we're used to, plus you got yourselves the hoglins. Now for the hoglins, they actually don't do anything as of yet, but in the future snapshots, they are going to have the ability to be bred. So you can get yourself baby hoglins. They're probably going to have their own type of food, because as of right now, they only drop rotten flesh, which is not very good whatsoever. But you can also find yourself zombie pigmen all over the place still. So zombie pigmen, a lot of people think that they're going to get removed. They're not going to get removed. They're just going to get renamed to the zombified piglin. Why does the hoglin and the zombie pigmen have the same spawn egg? The world may never know. But this is just a really awesome biome. Now they also mention that if you do get yourself bone meal, you can actually go ahead and use this on netherrack. So if I go ahead and stick it right here, as you can see, you can go ahead and turn a single block into a crimson block. So that's pretty awesome. And I think the same thing is going to apply if you're inside the blue variant as well. And let's go ahead and move on to the next biome, which is going to be right through here, and it's going to be the warped forest, as I explained earlier. And this is basically what the biome looks like. And so we don't have results any flurries growing throughout here, but whenever you're inside of here, you will find yourself some purplish fog. And I actually do like that little effect a little bit as well. So let's come in throughout here, you can find yourself all of these different things. And whenever you just go throughout these different biomes, I mean, the Nether just feels like a completely different place now. Now, if I were to go and come over here, actually I've noticed that the soulsand valley, it actually can spawn quite close to the warped forest. So that's actually a really cool effect as well. So you can just go ahead and transition from one biome right to the next. Now, for this biome, as I mentioned, you can find yourself the new soulsand, which is the soul soil. It doesn't slow you down, as I explained, but you will find yourself all of the soulsand as well. I mean, just look at that. I mean, just look how much soulsand there is. So if you thought you were running out of soulsand before, then you know what? You were sadly mistaken. You can just go and come to this biome and get yourself all the soulsand in the world. I think that the Nether fortresses, I think that they actually should be changed inside this update. I think they need to make them a little bit better. But coming to this fortress and seeing the blue fog around here, it makes it feel very, very mysterious, very, very creepy. But anyway, we also got ourselves fossils that can be found around here as well, which is gonna be the remains of ancient Nether creatures. But hey, you just go and come to this biome and get yourself as many bone blocks as you want. So what I'm gonna go and do now is I'm gonna switch over to spectator mode, and we're gonna fly throughout here, and we're gonna go and see if we can find ourselves any of that debris. So yet again, it's called ancient debris. But as you go throughout the Nether, you might actually have a chance of finding them. So I actually found one right here too. But anyway, that's actually pretty much it for what I wanted to show you for this snapshot. I mean, I told you, it was a really, really big one coming into this video, and so many awesome features are still going to be coming in. And from the looks of things, I can tell that the snapshot, and by the looks of things, I think that the Nether update is going to be probably one of the best updates that we have had in a really, really long time. Now, I do want to hear your thoughts about what you think of all of these features down below in the comments. Which one of these are your favorite? And if you enjoyed today's video, then also let me know by leaving a like on it and subscribe so you never miss an upload. For now, I hope you have a logical day, and I will catch you next time. Bye!